The nice thing is I feel that as a choreographer, I'm discovering a lot of different styles of dance for sure. And when we look at the McLaren work, what's interesting too with working with Robert is he keeps saying to not shy away from the actual material that exists, so the past. So you can quote the past. So I've sort of done a lot of archival work, going back into a lot of history and a lot of who Madame Chériève was and how she affected Les Grands Ballets, and also the stylistics that she used for the film Pas de Deux. And so I dug into that, and then sort of, yeah, that was kind of a fun process. And then from there, there's a whole section with Oscar Peterson where I was like, oh, you know what, maybe we need to go into the jazz of that era and seeing what the sort of the dancing sections are of that and what we can apply to classical ballet a little bit. And then there's some really contemporary numbers where things are just a lot more abstract as to how this particular style works. And then there's some very classical moments where I'm using the classical vocabulary in that way of precision in order to describe a scene like stop motion or something, stop motion technology, because with classical ballet, what's really interesting is that everything is so just like a stop motion, animator would do. Everything has to be so incredibly precise. There's all sorts of style that come into play, but the nice thing too is that Norman McLaren, his life kind of was abstract at first, then he kind of jumped around between different styles, but what he did end up with was classical ballet. And that's what he fell in love with at the end of his life. So what I find is necessary for the show is that no matter how much exploration throughout happens, that it finishes on the idea of classical ballet and that of his love for classical ballet.